Hi and welcome to this live play of The City of Pigs, a scenario for Broken Tales that I'm happy to play with members of our community, the Word Anvil Publishing community. Of course, we just started the stream and I forgot to mute my notifications. So if you hear some blips in the background, everything is normal. I'm Tommaso. I will run the game. I will be the storyteller for this. As you can hear, I'm not a native speaker. I'll try my best. Sometimes I'll say something stupid. Just pretend I didn't. And if you want to know more about Broken Tales, there's the late pledge available right now at the address you see on the screen, bit.ly/Broken Tales dash late pledge. It's still possible to get everything that was available during the Kickstarter campaign. Broken Tales is a game about upside down fairy tales. I think that it's easier if you watch the game right now to understand more or less the tone of the game. It's supposed to be horror. We probably have a lot of laughs. That's usually what happens. I was told to remind everybody that, however, the game that we're going to play today is going to have some themes that might be not ideal for all the viewers. So this scenario will explore body horror, worker exploitations, and there's going to be also a bit of prostitution. So I know it doesn't sound great, but it's going to be better than this. Anyway, I just want to make it clear. So if you're not okay with any of those themes, just stop watching right now or face the consequences. That's all I have to say for now. I would like our players to introduce themselves, actually introduce their characters. Nace, do you want to be the first?
Yeah, sure. So I'm playing Verdoux Barbe Bleue, who is a French gentleman. I'm an expert in shady affairs solving, I guess. You can ask me anything. I'm kind of the expert in the team.
Very well. Schnerfel, do you want to introduce Babai the judge? I think your microphone is mute, so that makes it a bit hard.
It was. Good touch. I can't do a accent, so you're all just gonna have to deal with my American one. I'm a tall, imposing man with pretty much every inch of my skin covered, with gloves, with cape, with apparently a tuba. I'm not really sure what that is, except a musical instrument. And you can never tell what I'm thinking or feeling at any period in time, and mostly because I don't feel at all.
Excellent. Shenanigans will play Marina. Would you like to introduce her?
Sure. In front of you is Rena, rather flamboyantly dressed in some like shawl like dresses, lots of like layers to it, and oh my god, the jewelry. There's like necklaces and rings and like the bangles up the arms, and you're not sure how many earrings there are in her ears, but you didn't know that you could have that many in your ear. And there's even a tiara. Really, this is everyday life. And then she has like a rolly bag behind her, but a little teeny tiny purse. It's weird, like a little dainty night bag. It's very strange.
All right, awesome. We actually even have the official illustration for Marina. I need to find it if you want to change your avatar, but you don't have to. The one you have is perfectly fine. Then we have Sun Wukong, played by Phoenix Wrights.
Hi, I am Sun Wukong, the Incredible Monkey. I don't have any memory of my hometown, although I often dreamed of going back to China. I worked as a show beast back in London's Royal Circus. But after that, I had escaped, and maybe I killed my captors along the way. And that's how the Order first found me. Now I work as their guardian. using my gifts for good, maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. And then, last but not least, we have Happy that is playing not just the woman like the nick suggests, but the woman from the woods. Happy, would you like
Hey
to?
everybody, I'm Happy, and I'll be playing the Woman of the Woods. I'm a woman who lost her memory, and the Order found her, pretty much like strifling in the woods, hence the name. She's basically the witch from Hansel and Gretel. She's got this well, basically she's got like a travel suit on, like pretty much like just like a single travel suit on with like blood stains on it. You'll guess why later. And a hair ribbon. I chose Kasumi because honestly, this is what I first thought when I was reading the description.
Okay, awesome. Before moving to the scenario, which I should move to the right window on my computer, I think it would be worth mentioning that the characters you're playing are usually villains from fairy tales. In the case of Sun Wukong, it's a bit different because it's more of a mythology character. But the idea is that they're not the same characters that you know from the fairy tales, even though they maintain a little shard of what they wear in those fairy tales. They've been broken, hence broken tales. They've been rebuilt in a different way. So sometimes in a way that is quite opposite to what they were in the beginning. They all have an interesting background, but we can discover more about it during the game. They're together in a group called the Order, which is pretty much the X-File division of the papacy, and they're sent around 18th century Europe to investigate, let's say, cases that clearly have something obscure or esoteric, or something that, anyway, the papacy doesn't, the Pope or the cardinals, whoever it is that sends them around, doesn't particularly appreciate. So that's why they are together. So the scenario of today sees you arriving in Whitehaven, a city in UK. Oh, we already lost Marina. I think there might be some little technical issue. Let's see if she comes back. I don't know if I should wait, because this was the introduction of the game, and I will probably have to repeat it anyway. So, anybody knows a good joke? Not really. All right.
Nope.
What else?
Resounding silence.
Yeah. Okay.
I was on mute.
All right, fine. A grasshopper walks up. No, wait.
Okay, Marina, all good? Is the
Yes,
connection?
sorry, I was attempting to fix the picture for you, but it didn't let me change it. Apologies.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm afraid that you do have to connect and disconnect to change the picture for some reason. Anyway, I was about to start the introduction, so don't go away again, please.
I won't. I'm done.
Okay, so you've been called to Whitehaven, an industrial city in the UK that is led by an old man, a 70 years old man called Bardolf Greed, and he's a rich industrialist that made a fortune out of his various ventures. You start the adventure in his room. You can see him sitting behind a desk. He's kind of a plump, old, a bit slimy guy. You can see there's cleverness in his eyes. He has a really tiny glasses that are hiding these eyes that are looking at you with some kind of hunger almost. He has this long sideburns. Um, and you can see that the house around him, it's clearly a manifestation of his wealth. Um, you can see that laying around there's kitchenware made of gold. There are very precious pictures on the walls. Um, and you know that this house has been built probably by the people that work for Bardolf Greed. Um, while he's explaining you the situation, he's trying to take out some kind of cigar from a wooden box. And behind him, there are about 10 guards from his personal guard, which in a way communicate that he's afraid of something happening. Um, what he tells you is that the city of Whitehaven is a prosperous city, thanks to his work, thanks to all his factories that give work to so many people. But there's been some problems lately, and he says, "Well, you see, there's been turmoil in the city lately. I cannot work in this condition. There's been people vandalizing my machines, vandalizing my factories, and like the people that go there and work day by day, they complain that it's hard for them to complete the daily quota when this is happening. And I think um, there's something evil about them. They call themselves uh, the Pigheads Gang. I think that what's going on is not only just some young people wanting to have fun behind my back. There's more at stake here. There's more at stake, and that's why I contacted the order. I want to make sure that there is no foul play behind the scenes.
Is this where we talk?
He pours some wine from a very expensive bottle in a calice that he has in front of him and drinks. He's not offering you any. Woman from the wood, were you talking?
Well, I want to ask you, maybe were there any murders at all?
No. Well,
Make us a lead?
it wasn't really about murders, but clearly there's been some kidnapping. This Pigheads gang has been kidnapping some of my most capable workers, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Their families don't like it. They come to me to complain. They want to be compensated in some way, like it's my fault, but it's not my fault.
Hmm. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, it is not your fault.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
You sure?
Though isn't
Go ahead. Wukong.
though isn't it your responsibility to make sure your workers are safe? I cross my arms while I'm saying this.
Do you want to know if my workers are safe? Well, this is the job they do. It's hard. I won't deny it. But if they're good at their job, there's no problem. There's no problem at all. And well, sometimes accidents happen, and if they happen, I'll take care of it. I mean, no one is forcing them to work for me. They can go work somewhere else if they prefer to do so.
And what is exactly the job you give them?
Sorry.
What kind of job are they actually doing for you?
Yeah. Well, I have many enterprises here in Whitehaven, and one is extracting coal from the mine and ore from the mine. The other one is running the meat factory. So several things. I mean, I would say I would. I don't want to brag, but I think most of the factories here are mine.
Um, is there anyone who wants? Is there anyone? Do you have any suspect? Do you know who could be suspected? Do you have any enemies?
Well, the people that saw some of the kidnappings, they say that the kidnappers were wearing this pig masks, like the name of the gang suggests. So it's hard to say who they are exactly because it's not easy to recognize anyone under those masks. And I don't even understand the symbology here. What are they trying to say to me? That I'm a pig? That they are pigs? That they want to eat what I produce, like pigs do, and they want to shit it out, like pigs do? I don't understand.
While
Do
this is
you?
happening, while this is happening, I'm gonna step closer to Bluebeard and the woman. I'm gonna whisper. Well, I think they're right about him being a pig, though.
Okay. Yeah. Kate, can I? What does he smell like?
What does he smell like?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Do you have something that would help you perceive a particular smells? Um,
He is smoking a cigar. They're pretty strong.
yeah, actually, you know what he smells like. He smells like something wild, like an animal after a rain or something like that. The fur of an animal after rain. But everything is covered with tobacco smell.
So
Like
basically, he smells like a wet dog.
yeah, um, under all the sophisticated clothes and the tobacco smell and the wine and the gold, etc. Yeah, maybe what you perceive is a hint of wet dog. Yes.
And we will all be able to smell this.
Well, I think the woman from the wood might have heightened senses in this sense.
What do the
Marina
guards look like?
definitely
Oh,
won't.
sorry. Go ahead,
She's got too
Marina.
much flowery perfume on. She definitely won't. She smells herself. Sorry.
Was there a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
What do the guards look like? Do they look like they are actually capable of anything, or are they just for show off?
Um, well, no, they look like very experienced men, and they look like they Bardolf made them very wealthy. So they are all looking at you with the eyes of someone who wants to say, if you're gonna be trouble, we are here to protect him because he pays us really well.
To follow up on that, I Bye has been standing in the back, just silently watching everything. I would like to use my eye of the judge. It's once per scene. When I meet a group of NPCs, I can immediately know who is the most and least capable, and the relationships of love, hate, loyalty between two NPCs. Obviously, one is going to be. Uh, I don't remember his name, and I was going to say something rude. But Cigar Man and whoever seems to be the leader of the guards.
There's one thing I forgot to tell you. Like sitting in a corner, a bit silent, but there's another guy.
Mhm.
So that would be
Bardolph,
important to know.
yeah, Bardolph. Sorry, it's the first time I run this scenario as well, so I might forget something. Um, there is this guy that is really well dressed. Seems a bit shy. Kind of like his hair are thinning. He has this very sharp features in his face, really striking gray eyes. But he's looking down at the table, doesn't say much. Um,
Then he's definitely the one I want with Bardolf too.
yeah, he's writing. He's writing down some on some paper something. You realize that looking at him, he looks exactly like a lawyer would look. And well, between the two, let me check exactly what your gift does.
I read it off the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, but I don't trust you. Let's let me check again.
Right.
So yeah, there is definitely loyalties between the two. There is definitely loyalty between the twos, and Bardolf is the dominant one here.
I would like to talk to Bardolf still. Well, it seems, sir, that you have some very capable men behind you. Why haven't you made any progress in this investigation?
Well, William, do you want to introduce yourself? And at that point, this guy raises his eyes and crosses yours. Say, "I am William. I'm the lawyer of Mr. Greed. Um, I don't have much to add to what he said. I'm not here to help you with the investigation. I'm just here to protect the interest of my client."
So we are to fulfill your requisites without any help.
Oh, nobody said that. What kind of help do you want? Do you know where to start from?
I think a starter would be to know which factories were attacked and who was kidnapped.
Maybe
And
maybe
might
show us
I
the most recent factory.
might I interject? Are there any like rabble rousers? Anyone who might be like drawing attention to themselves? Maybe that might be something else to know.
Well, I must say that many families here they love me. They love me because before me, um, no one could get a job here. Let's be honest. But I had some troubles in the beginning with a family of brothers. They're called the Brown Brothers. Um, they didn't take my entrepreneurial spirit with grace. They thought that I was somewhat taking away from them, but I didn't see that in the same way. And I think we came to an understanding because they now work for me at the factories, and everything seems fine. If I have to be honest, that's the only time I remember having troubles with somebody here in Whitehaven.
Okay. I'll have to. We'll write down. We'll write down those Bardom brothers. Was it Baum
Brown
brothers?
brothers. Brown brothers.
Brown brothers. Okay, we'll write those down. That seems like a very good lead.
Oh, you. I forgot to mention. You'll find only two of them because Arthur, unfortunately, had an accident in the mines sometimes ago, and he died. It was an unfortunate accident.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
pardon,
sad.
excuse me. Is that when the trouble started then?
Oh no! The trouble started much later. I don't think there's any relation to it. Actually, the middle brother Fred is running my meat packing factory. We are in good on good terms. Like no hard feelings there. Like they know that mines are mines, and sometimes there might be accidents.
Okay. Gang, which one should we visit first?
Just one last question, Mr. Greed. Has there been anyone coming back from a kidnap, or have they just disappeared?
That's a very good question. I don't know. But my feeling is that the ranks of this big ads gang are growing. That's what I've been feeling.
Hmm.
I wonder if they are recruiting rather than kidnapping.
Hmm.
I see.
I'm sorry. I might have missed it. Did you say that you had paid something out? Have you paid anything out, or have you been denying payment to these? Oh, I'm so sorry. Pighead group, yeah.
I'm not sure I understood the question. If he paid them.
And how much so far?
No. Sorry. There's a misunderstanding here. I didn't understand your question. Could you repeat it?
Sure. Have you been denying paying them for their?
Denying payment. Oh, no. I always pay my workers their fair share. And yeah, maybe sometimes it's been a bit late, but with so many workers, sometimes we need to make this, like the payroll process is complicated, and but they always get paid. No issue there. Isn't that true, William? And then the lawyer nods. Yes, they all get paid.
But for the kidnapping victims, have you paid their ransom?
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. Like, they're not even asking any ransom. Plus, why would I have to pay for something that terrorists are doing? We don't negotiate with terrorists.
I just whispered to my group, "This is a bunch of bull. This is a bunch of bull."
Oh, it's total malarkey.
Yeah, pretty much. But we have to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So, Bluebeard. Where should we go first? Factory or the Bombs Brothers?
The Brown
Well-
brothers seem to be the stronger.
I would suggest to go to the meat factory and meet Fred, one of the Brown brothers.
Well,
Okay.
you won't find the younger brother in the factories. He resigned some time ago. I think that one never wanted to work. I think he
Oh,
spends
it's
his
the younger
day.
brother?
He spends his days getting drunk. There
And
is
what-
some orchard near the city here. I think he hangs out around there, or you can find him on the streets of Whitehaven sometimes. But he's always drunk. Don't trust anything he says.
You think we should
Fred
split?
is at the meat factory. What else? Yeah, there's one of my men at the mines. Edward Wright. He runs the mine like clockwork, and I don't know if you want to check out the mines or talk with the miners. He's your man.
Well, thank you
and
very
the younger
much.
brother, what was his name?
The younger brother. He's called Clarence.
The younger brother's the one getting drunk, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
You're the one that died.
should we split into groups and investigate both brothers, or should we just go one here to here?
I think we have time to go for each brother at a time.
Okay.
Yes. I do not want to separate our group.
So
Maybe not
who's
stress.
feeling
That's
like
like
the
how all horror movies start to go wrong when people separate.
Yeah, don't spread the party.
True.
I would suggest going to the meat factory then.
Okay.
I agree.
I have one last request before you go. William, can you make sure that this is in writing? Make sure that whatever happens, the machines in my factories are not damaged in any way. They're really precious. They're really hard to replace. I do not want any trouble there. The work cannot stop. Am I being clear?
Mhm.
Seems a reasonable thing to ask, right?
If there is a fight, it is not unavoidable.
We'll try our best.
We are here
Otherwise-
to solve the problem. So if problem solving goes through destroying some machines, we will.
No promises.
Okay. Bardolf uses one of his gift. Now that you said that thing, Barba Blue. Barba
Sure.
Blue. I don't know. I don't
I'm
know
paying
how you say it
attention.
in French. Bluebird.
Barbe Bleu is pretty
Barbe
close to
Bleu.
Barbe Bleu. You can say Barbe Bleu.
Barba Blue. Anyway, he uses one of his gifts on you. Um, and he says, I heard that you have keys that can open all the doors. Is that true?
You seem to know quite a lot about us for a mere entrepreneur.
He says, can I see your keys? And you feel strangely compelled to obey. I would
Can
like
I
you
step
to.
in?
Can I see this?
No, no, you cannot step in before he does a defense check. You need to
Can I
do a
see this?
defense check against whatever Bardolf is doing, and his opposition level is 7.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I have a
Wait, let me
question. Can
check
I
if I
see
have a
this?
trait for this.
Because
Okay,
I
wait.
have
What's
I have
the
a
question?
descriptor.
Okay, what is it?
I have a descriptor. I'm a skilled guardian. My body is strong and tempered. The guardian disciple.
Yes.
I can intercept danger before it overwhelms my ally.
Yes. Yeah, I would say this applies also in this case. Do you spend Soma?
Yes, I'll spend 1 sova.
Okay, I need to actually start writing down how much Soma you guys have. So,
I got 6 so far. That's my starting one.
I have 6 too, so but I have 5 now.
okay.
I think all of us have 6.
Yeah, the new hunters have 6 soma.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be easy to remember. Yeah. What do you do then?
As I see whatever this is that Mr. Greed is going to do to my friend Bluebeard, I am going to jump right in front of Bluebeard and point my staff at Mr. Greed.
Okay. Bluebeard, you kind of snap out of it, and even though your hand was already in your pocket and you were almost ready to give him your keys, somewhat Sun Wukong steps in between, and you snap out of it, and you realize, okay, what was I doing?
Yeah,
What
the
did you do
second
to
that
my
happens,
friend?
two things happen for me. First, you
Yes.
can see that I'm taking notes on what he just did, because now I can do it if I need to. And the other thing is you can
Oh yeah,
see
that's true.
deep hatred.
Okay.
You have some abilities, maybe Mr. Greed. I would advise not going against the order when we are here to help you.
Oh, what abilities!
Yeah.
I am a businessman. I was just interested in these very interesting objects that you carry with you. But I understand. I don't want to um, stop you
My
from your duty. And as your colleague Sun Wukong here is remarking, you need to go now and do your job. And I have business to do anyway, so don't worry. We can discuss this later.
Is it possible to have a look at the papers that William is handling?
Well, yeah, from the distance, it looks like he's writing down some kind of contract, and he's taking notes actually on the side of whatever is said in this meeting.
Okay.
We're leaving, right?
I don't know. You tell me. I guess you are.
I'm storming out of here.
I keep
don't
my
wish
I
I would
keep
have
my
done that.
defensive stance, like making sure I'm in front of the other hunters as we go. I don't trust these people.
As we walk out of the room, I just flick at like the I'm watching you kind of thing, and then just with like a sticking out my tongue like a kid.
Okay.
As
Well,
as
Marina.
Marina leaves, she's like, "Oh, bless your heart! Aren't you just finer than a frog's hair?" As she leaves.
Baba is the last to leave. He stands there ominously, staring until it's just too awkward, and then slowly just turns and leaves.
Okay. Do you use your mantle to like? My job here is done.
But you did nothing. But
No
you didn't
flourish.
do anything.
Very well. So we have decided that you guys go where? To the meat packing factory. Did I understand correctly?
Actually, there's a secret here, and I'm not leaving until I have a solution to this. So I'll tell my fellow hunters. I think it is interesting to go back into this office once he is gone. I would advise maybe waiting until he leaves the office and then going back in to have a dig, because I don't understand what he did to me, but it was not natural.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It was.
What do you want from the office?
I'm pretty sure you would never give anyone pretty much keys that will take you anywhere. That is 100%.
Yes.
100%.
I would like to see
No.
what it would do if I used what he just did to me on his friend William, asking for some information, maybe.
Clever.
Yeah. Is that what he can do? Tom, so?
So no, I think I can tell you what he can do. So he's great at contracting, bartering. Is that the correct way to say?
Bargaining, I guess.
Bargaining.
Bargaining is the right word. Sorry. So after he speaks with a subject, he can obtain one of these two effects: either discover a secret of the person that he's talking with, or obtain an object or an information that is useful for the bargaining process.
Okay.
And the hunters can do a defense check to avoid this from happening.
Yeah. So
all right. That's
definitely
so
going to
you
use
can.
this on William.
So you can use it on William. Okay, that's perfect.
So I would need you to create a situation where I would be alone with William for a few minutes for a little chat.
Is there something that we can do to lure Bardolf out of the office?
I mean, I might be able to negotiate it with him if I had something he would like. I'm a keen negotiator. I have plenty of treasures here in my bag. He might be interested in something I had.
Did you see the officious pig? He had every tiny bit of luxury that he could eke out of this system.
I saw him, and I saw that he likes apparently. Oh, maybe I have some really fine cigars that I could offer him. He would just have to come out here. I didn't like his guards. Maybe.
Or I can destroy one of his machines.
No. Look, let's wait until we find out that he's a bad guy, and then we can destroy one of his machines. Sounds good.
We lost Marina
Yeah.
for a moment. Let's see if she's coming back.
And to make it
Apologies, there's a storm coming in, so my signal went out a little bit. I apologize.
Okay, just be safe.
I
If
was
there's
just
a
talking to
tornado,
Sun
just
Wukong.
don't stay here and play the game.
I was just talking to Sun Wukong, saying that we can both destroy the machines when we find out he's evil. All right?
Yeah,
Don't worry,
what I
big
want
buddy.
to know is exactly where is this conversation taking place, because you're still in his office basically, so you can't really.
No,
We already said
No, we
left your
exited.
office.
Left.
Okay,
We left.
okay. So
Yeah,
you're
we
on
On
the
the
left.
streets.
I think after this, I would need to have a bit more detail of the layout of the office. Like, is there any backroom access? Anything that I could do to go back inside without being seen? Because I am not giving up on this, because this is a secret that I don't know.
Marina, come here.
So this is not really just an office. It's more his house, and it's a pretty big house. So I would imagine that there are ways for you to run around the house and find a back entrance where the.
What time of day is it?
It's actually just after lunch. Outside, so they're still they're gonna be in the office for a while now. Probably they are in the
Really?
middle of working, like accounting something. I don't know. Yeah, and the weather, like the weather is, there are really heavy clouds. Probably it's gonna rain at some point. There's a bit of cold wind blowing. But yeah, it's the middle of the day, so depending on what you want to do, you will have to do different things.
Marina, come here.
Yes,
In your bag of tricks, do you have anything chocolate?
I'm sure I have some chocolate.
Do you have anything that could make that chocolate run through one system very fast?
So just for whoever is watching and the others, if you haven't read the character sheet of Marina, she has at the beginning of the scenario 3 treasure tokens, and these tokens can be spent while she's in the middle of a negotiation. This word is difficult for me to pronounce. Negotiation. While she's in the middle of that, she can spend one to create basically a treasure. She will have to create a descriptor that represents a treasure. And the treasures can be whatever, and they can do pretty much whatever. But you have 3. And then to get others, you need to put your hands on something that is actually precious. So I'm just saying, use them wisely.
While this discussion is happening between Babai and Marina, I'm gonna shuffle closer to Bluebeard.
Sorry, you're gonna do what?
I'm gonna walk closer to Bluebeard.
Okay.
Would you like to enter the office again later?
I must say, if we discuss this any more time, I will just go in and ask William directly.
I tried to indicate that the others come back because I am trying to work on this exact problem. I turn back to Marina and I say, he seems
Yes,
tight.
chocolate, no, but I believe that I have something even better. You know, he was smoking that cigar. I believe that I have just the perfect, fine Cuban-made cigar that I might be able to offer him. I could maybe lace with something that would make him leave the office for quite a bit of time.
We really just need something that will appeal to his greedy nature and make him so sick he needs to go use the toilet for a severe amount of time.
I can make it look like it's actually healthy.
See
I can make it
here.
look sweet and delicious. I just interject in their conversation.
I think you're downplaying the cigar. I think a man like that would really appreciate a fine cigar, especially one that
Why
he
not
can't normally
both?
get.
We could give both the cigar and the rotten treat and see which one does its trick, because these are gifts, and we believe in giving gifts to those who host us.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just
So we are going back in
happy
Amidst.
of feeling included. I'm just happy feeling included.
Mm,
Alright then, back in we go with your gifts.
Okay, so you go back to the office from the front door, pretty much.
Yeah.
I guess the door is closed. You knock on the door. They seem surprised. Yes, come in. Then you're back
Sure.
in. They look at you like, "Oh, did you forget something?"
We did, in fact, forget something.
I forgot my I forgot my lollipop. My lollipop.
We forgot in our efforts to ask you questions that it is such an honor that you are hosting us here, and we are here to give you the gifts that we feel you deserve.
And it's customary to bring gifts, right? When we're visiting someone such as yourself. And I brought this very fine cigar. It's from where I'm from, and you can't really get these here. It's hand rolled even.
And
Okay,
I brought
so Wait, guys, wait a second, because here there are several mechanical things that start up, so I need to kind of address that first. So, Marina, what you're doing here, you're using your Dark Ego, which is your most powerful gift.
Yes.
To be able to activate it, you need to turn a request for help or a conversation into a negotiation, making it clear how amazing your treasures are. So in this case, you're not offering, like, if you offer a gift, is not just a negotiation, you're just offering a gift. So probably you want to ask for something in return, or
Well,
that, as an alternative, if you don't want to meet this requirement, you can inflict yourself a wound and still be able to use the Dark Ego
I will take the
gift.
wound.
Okay. So the wound that you take needs a descriptor. This will help us later on to figure out if it's somewhat an obstacle for you performing certain actions. In this case, it doesn't make sense that it's a physical wound. It's not that you're stabbing yourself or anything like that. It's more of a psychological wound or some kind of trauma. So you're giving away your gift, and what is the trauma that is deriving from it? Do you want to come up with something?
Yes. So, she's a collector. She loves to collect everything. She doesn't really like to give anything away, and she's actually trying to amass more wealth to buy herself out from the papacy. So, this actually may create for her later on even more difficulty to make a negotiation, because now she's given something away that had value.
Okay,
it'd
so
be
you feel
harder.
that somewhat you are damaging your own progress. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, can we describe it as some kind of, you feel a bit discouraged or slightly, yeah, something like that? Okay, so you,
Yeah.
if you can take a note, because there's 5 of you, I don't even have enough space here to write them
I
all
wrote it
down. But
down.
yeah, if you write that your wound is about being a bit hurt in your feeling of progress towards the order or something. Let's see if it comes back into the game later on. Okay, so you do this. Greed looks at the cigar that you're offering. You can see some kind of weird shine in his eyes. There's something really animal about it. He has seen something that he craves. It's like, oh, for me, this looks like a
Of course, sugar. For
perfectly
you.
legit Cuban cigar. I haven't seen any of these on this side of the ocean for a long time. I've been so busy with work that sometimes I forget about the pleasures of life.
I am all about the pleasures in life. I take them with me to give to people. This one's just for you.
Well, this is really kind of you. This is really kind. I am impressed, I have to say. And here there's another interesting mechanic, because this scenario has scenario gifts. These gifts are gifts that you can borrow from the scenario if you meet certain requirements. And in this moment, you actually met one. And the requirement that you met is that Greed now respects you. He is respecting you because he didn't expect this gift. He thinks it's really precious. He knows that he didn't have to pay anything for it. So you have the opportunity here to swap one of your normal gifts, not the Dark Ego, the other two, for the Mark of Greed, which is the name of the gift. I'm improvising. Probably, I don't know if we will translate it this way, but Mark of Greed. And what does it do? Basically, he gives you passepartout. I don't know what's the word in English. Passepartout.
Uh.
It's something that lets you go anywhere. Okay.
Carte blanche,
Can't-
like a free pass.
It's like in a hotel's the key that opens everything.
Yeah, it's a multipass or something like that.
Multipass. Okay.
like
we,
a
use,
sales
we use the
agent.
French we use the French word, so I'm not sure what's the English one. Anyway, so he's offering you this market grid, which is basically a multipass, and
Master key. Master key.
yeah, master
Yeah,
key.
master key.
It's actually not a key. It's a
Skeleton
symbol.
key.
It's a symbol that he gives you that will give you free access to any location in the city without the responsible person for that location having to give you their permission. So if you show the key once, you can enter anywhere.
But only once? Is it only one use?
No, actually, it's not only once. It's the for all scenario. It's so powerful. Yeah, it's for all scenario.
You only have to show it once to the person for it to work.
All right.
Yeah, and another thing, if you show it to any citizen of the city, trying to convince them of something, you will get an additional success. But you need to swap one of your normal gifts for this one. So I don't know if you want to do that.
So
Can we
it's like the
decide
seal of
which one of
approval.
us, or does it have to be Marina?
Well, she has done the. She's the one that is getting respect at the moment, so I think it has to be Marina.
Okay.
You guys didn't bring anything, so.
Oh wait, I brought my candy. I want to spend one soma to make something candy, sweet and look sweet and delectable.
Okay, I don't know how to handle this because I can give out only one of these. So, do you want to try that? And Marina, are you interested in this swapping this gift or not? Because otherwise, I can move it to the woman of the wood.
I mean, I'm interested in us having it. Who gets it is it doesn't really matter if I get it or Happy gets it. It really just us having it is all that matters to Marina.
Okay, would you like to look at your gifts for a second just to see which one would be better to sacrifice in this specific occasion, so we can figure out who would be the most?
I can spend one soma to make something disgusting or damaged edible, giving it a sweet and inviting appearance.
Yes, this is what you're giving him. You're giving him what, some kind of pastry. Okay. The goal here was to get him out of the office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal is that he has to eat to.
Okay, so because
smoke
we're
the
trying to
cigar.
do two different things, I would say that it works like this. His respect goes to Marina because she offered the gift first. And if you do the pastry, he will take it and accept it. But then it will achieve the goal of probably getting him out of the office in a few minutes. Would that work?
Everybody?
Sure.
Yeah, it works.
So
That
we get
works.
2 goals. Sweet.
Yeah, Marina, just figure out what is the gift you want to sacrifice, if you want to sacrifice. And then let me find the one from the wood. Okay, so which one is your gift that does this thing? Creating a
It's Home Sweet Home.
Yes, make something disgusting, damage edible, giving it a sweet recovers one injuries. But actually, this gift heals people. It doesn't damage them. So you can give him the candy thing, but he's just gonna feel better.
Yeah, I think I'll just hold on to my soma.
Yeah. Okay. So no pastry for him.
No.
All right.
Only for
Marina,
me.
Marina, will you accept the mark of greed?
Marina just disconnected.
Oh, again.
The pressure was too much.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that we can discuss the other part of this plan. That was trying to get him out of the
Office.
office. How are you planning to achieve that?
He was supposed to smoke the cigar, I think, and the cigar was supposed to be some kind of trap?
Yes.
There-
Yes, I
oh, now he's in his.
Make him feel
Now
sick.
she's on her phone.
Okay.
Did your power
And you
just go
actually get
all
to-
out?
What was that? I'm so sorry.
Did your power just go all out?
It did. Yes.
That's a bummer.
But that's okay. I have a phone. I have a fully charged phone.
But then you have to hold it in your hand for like 2 hours. So, like, feel free
Hurts.
to, if you don't want to use the camera, just so you can put it somewhere handy. As long as you are with us. Anyway, okay. Just think about the gifts if you want to give any away. Guys, how are we gonna get Bardolf away from the?
And sit very still.
Okay. Yes.
There we go.
I think wasn't the cigar supposed to be poisonous or something to
It
make
is.
him
The
go
cigar
away?
was
laced.
supposed to be
It's
make him
laced.
sick, and then he needed to go use the restroom.
Okay, so not only it looked like a Cuban, perfectly legit Cuban cigar, it was also poisoned.
Yeah, it's laced.
Okay, I'm afraid that it's gonna come after you for the mark of greed, but let's see.
Well, we didn't say what it's laced with. He could just like trip balls somewhere and then be like, "Oh, I didn't realize that these were this powerful."
Okay. So you give him the cigar, and then he's looking at it. He's like, "Oh, I should smoke this right now." And then he cuts the tip, and then starts puffing. But it's gonna take a few minutes for that to have an effect. Do you hang out in the room, or what do you do?
No, we should go. And even you know what? Even we don't even have to wait for now. We have this nice handy dandy key that'll get us back in later.
Yes, but the point is to have William alone at some point.
The key doesn't work like that. What he gave us was a badge.
It's a seal.
It's an
Yeah, it's a seal.
authorization that allows us to go places. But technically, the other Bluebeard has a key that could.
Yeah, but what I wanted to was just for him to leave the office so I could talk to William and use what he did to me just on William.
You're achieving everything except him leaving the office.
Yeah, I think I would try to stay in the room and just chit chat them until he finally feels the effect and starts to leave.
Okay, well, you see that they're getting a bit anxious. It's like, man, just go away in their eyes. We have business to do. But then at some point, Bardolf kind of touches his belly and then looks at William. William, take care of our guests here. If they have any more question, I need to go check something in the kitchens. And then he stands up, and you can see that he's slightly. How do you say? When you are kind of holding your stomach, I'm not sure that there is. I don't know what's the name of this position, but
It's kind
Anyway,
of walking
hunched.
hunch
Yeah, hunch.
over.
he's slightly hunched on his belly, and he's walking out. You can see that he clearly is going to the privy, but doesn't want to spell it out. So yeah, he's leaving the room.
Okay, the second he leaves, I just lean in front of William and I go, "My dear William, we have some business to discuss again. I think you are hiding something from us and maybe you could tell us." And I will use the gift he used on me.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm hiding something from you? Which gift are you using?
I'm using Greed's gift to tell me a secret.
He's using bargaining.
Because I have the gift to... I'm problem solver. I can spend one soma to replicate a gift from a hunter or an NPC that I saw in action during the scenario.
Oh yeah, okay. So you spend one soma.
Yep.
And okay, let's go back to the gift that Greed was using on you. I wish I had printed this thing, but I had a fight with my printer today. So,
We all have fights with our printers.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has figured out printers yet. We can go to Mars, but not make a printer, apparently. Anyway, Okay, so you can pick between finding out one secret about William and or obtain an information that is or an object that is useful in some kind of negotiation you're having with him.
Yeah, these 30 minutes have been about me trying to find the secret because I cannot let it
Okay.
go. So I'm gonna go for a secret.
Well, so you see that he's really evasive in his answers, but what you know is that, well, first of all, that he knows exactly all the accounting for the factories and the mine, um, and between the lines, you understand that he brings back this accident that happened to the Brown brothers, and he feels that the brothers were pretty cross at Bardolf because he bought out some of their land, and also because the brother that died in the mine was the one that was doing the most good for the city. But you see that William doesn't believe that that was true. It's just something that the brothers say, or he thinks he heard from the workers.
Okay, and William doesn't know anything about the accident not being an accident in the mine, right?
No, it's well, what you understand is that there's been some kind of small earthquake. You know, it's not a earthquake. It's when um, you know you have some uh, in mines things fall sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a word. There's a word for it.
It crumbled.
No.
Collapse.
Collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Collapse.
A lot of mines.
collapse. There's been a collapse in the mine, but it's kind of it's not normal, but it's not uncommon. It happens because anyway. Well, you understand that maybe Greed is saving a bit on the quality of the scaffolding and all that stuff. You know.
Oh,
There's
okay.
also, he could have been trying to mine the support walls.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
collapse.
he doesn't know exactly. He doesn't know exactly what was the situation, but there's been an accident. There might have been some responsibilities in the poor equipment that people had, or but the crumbling, it's not uncommon. They happen, and other workers have been hurt before in other situations.
Okay, you can immediately see that I am relieved because I know everything, and I'll just tap his cheek and go, "Good boy, William. Good boy," and I leave.
Oh, I shouldn't talk to you about these things, and I'm sure that Mr. Greed is going to be back in the room very soon. Please let me go back to this very important calculations I'm doing. You know, we're a bit behind schedule, and he doesn't like that. So please, if you would leave now, I think me and Mr. Greed have quite a bit of things to discuss this afternoon. Please, I'm sure you have plenty to do now in the city.
Yes, of course. We'll go back to our business.
Excellent,
I guess
excellent.
we leave.
Can I show you? Can I show you the way out? And then he kind of pushes you.
Yeah, he gets rid of
out
us.
of the door. Yes.
Well, Well, so what did we get? Sorry, I was zoning out a bit. As character, zoning out a bit as character.
So I guess the Brown brothers are really the ones we need to talk to because they were beloved. I mean, Arthur was beloved before he died, and they probably have some resentment after his death. So I would go to Fred first because he seems to be easily accessible, and we'll see from there.
Okay.
Let us go.
So I guess we're trying to make our way to the meat factory.
Sure. Is that what you just said? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So on the
Sure.
streets of Whitehaven, well, you noticed it already when you came the first time before going to the House of Greed. But well, it's a mostly industrial city. There are this. There is the. You can see the mine from here. On that is on side of the city, and um, from the mine you would dominate the whole city, which is below. Um, and there's a very strong noise in the air coming from all the factories. There's a very black smoke coming out from the chimneys, and the smell is strong. It kind of hurts your eyes and your nostrils. And you can see there are various groups of workers that come in and out from the doors of the factories as you go through the city. Marina, have you decided which gift you will give away for the Mark of Greed, or you're not taking the Mark of Greed? I still haven't understood that.
No, I will. I'm going to bank on the fact that we will be able to do this without much combat, and I will give up my control of the water and keep my
Okay.
other two non-combat gifts.
Okay. During the break, I will double check this with Alberto because we've been going back and forth on how to do this, and I don't remember if the latest version is that you have to swap a gift or you can just have it as an extra. So I'll check it as soon as we have the break. But for the moment, let's say that you give up your gift about making the whips, right? The sea magic. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do you see on the street of Whitehaven? Um, yeah, on a corner, um, you see a harlot. She's dressed in a suggestive manner, but not overly vulgar. And she's pointing at, I guess, the most handsome here is Barba Blue. And
Rude.
she's pointing at you and making a sign like, "Hey, do you want to have some fun?" I don't know if I'm good at interpreting how.
I'm double checking, but I think I don't know if you would be interested in this.
Well, you're a family man.
Yeah. I mean, I already
I would
lost
be
it twice,
offended.
so
I would be offended that they did not look at me.
You're a woman.
You're a woman.
Yeah, so
Well, I mean, never know.
And
I rest
absolutely
my
Marina
hand
is offended
on.
as well. Absolutely,
I rest
Marina's
my
offended.
hand on Verdot's shoulder
Oscar-
and lean down
Oscar
because
Wilde
I'm
was gay.
Guys,
and
do not
indicate.
talk over each other because I cannot hear properly.
Yeah, I'm
bye.
trying to. I rest my hand on Verdot's shoulder and lean down because I am so overwhelmingly tall, and mention that even like you do not have to break your vows, but she may have information for us, and this is the best way she has to contact us.
you think she has a secret that we might need to learn?
I think that people underestimate those that they deem aren't worth looking at. There are those in the shadows that see and hear more than you think.
Or
We're
she
not
wants
actually
to.
doing this, are we?
I guess I can have a chat and see what happens. So I'll make my way to her.
Yeah, like, hey, well, she touches your beautiful and full beard. It's like, there's a special tonight. Would you like to come in and let me show you?
My
You
dear,
look
I'm
like a
afraid.
different. You look different from the people from Whitehaven. Are you a stranger?
Oh yes, I am most definitely not from here.
Oh, I love your
And-
accent.
I was wondering if maybe you would agree to have a little chat with me.
Of course, my dear, we can have all the chats you want. Come. And she leads you in.
Okay, I guess I'll just gesture to the others to, I don't know, have a break, have a have a drink, something.
Marina looks at
Okay,
the
well,
others
you
and
see the
goes,
blue.
a chat. That's what they're gonna have, a chat.
I just
I
shake
look
my
at
head.
I
I just
look at
shake my
all the
head.
remaining I look at all the remaining humans and I'm like, what? Are they going to mate? What?
I just
They're
stop
going to chat.
Wukong and just say, no, please no. Just no.
I do not
To
understand humans.
He is going to
There's a
ask
lot
what your
to
name
not
is.
understand about us.
to be perfectly clear,
The
Bluebeard
monkey.
is not giving any sign that he's interested in actually having anything else than a chat with her.
Oh, thank
Right.
God.
So, well, you enter. Well, it's a brothel. There are other workers there, and the place is well. There's a strong smell of alcohol, wet wood, but it's not unpleasant overall. Really dim lights, uh, people that are populating the corners on some benches. She's pointing you towards the upstairs. She says, "Oh, I have a really clean room upstairs. If you would like to follow."
Sure, as long as there is no one else in there, so we can have a calm chat.
I know it's polite to ask, but do you have money to pay me? Because this is a job.
I may have better things than money to offer you,
Well,
but I also have.
everybody says that. Everybody says that, but then in the
But
end,
yes,
well, I trust you. You look so elegant and distinguished. A man like you, for sure, must have means to pay for services like mine. So she guides you to the room. Um, um, very well. So she opens the door of the room, and well, you enter. It's actually like she said. There's a clean bed, white sheets, some candles in the corner. She sits on the bed, and she tells you, "Take off your jacket."
I'll just stare at her and say, "My dear, I really only wanted to have a chat with you, but I could pay you more than you get paid for what you usually do if you give me the right answers."
Oh, I see. You're one of those one that needs a friend, not a lover.
Sure, let's call it a friend.
What
Tell
would you
me,
like
what
to
is
know
your
then?
name?
How can I help you?
Tell me your name first.
My name is Emma.
Well, my dear, as you said, I am not from this town, but I am here on a very important mission, and I need to have some information about your delightful town. The
I
first
wouldn't
thing
call
would
it
be,
delightful, but sure, maybe for a foreigner, this looks exotic.
yeah, what do you believe is wrong with your town right now? Why do you say it is not a
Well, it's
pleasant place to
ugly.
live?
Can't you see that it's only factories around here?
But don't
People
the
are
factories
working.
bring?
People are working themselves to death. They are angry. They're stressed. When they go home, they have fights with their families. It didn't used to be like that, but you know, they call them modern times. I guess we need to get used to them.
So you are saying that Mr. Greed's companies are not very beneficial to your city?
Well, they give work to a lot of people, but I don't think they make them happy.
Hmm. And do you know about the Brown brothers?
Oh yes, everybody knows about them.
What can you tell me about them?
I know only Clarence really well. We're still friends. We don't see that much nowadays because he's always without money. And even though he tries to come in here, I always have to send him away because I need to work, and he's most of the time drunk anyway.
I see. And what about Arthur?
Oh, poor Arthur. What happened to him was really unjust and unfortunate. Um, he's always been spending on himself for the community here. He's worked many years to make Whitehaven a nice, quiet city where everybody would have something to do before Greed came in. But he came in with so much money that people were fast in turning their allegiances to him and kind of destroy the harmony of the city. Arthur was heartbroken, even because Greed took away some properties from them through some contracts. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but um, yeah, in the end, they had to agree to work for him anyway. So, like everybody else, I think this business here might be one of the few that Bardolf doesn't own.
And so would you say that the people are more following the Brown brothers than they would follow Mr. Greed in case
Sorry,
of having to choose a side?
they're more what?
They're more likely to follow the Brown brothers if there was, let's say, a war or something like that. Would the people side with the Brown brothers or would they keep following Greed?
What are you talking about? What war? I think. Um, I mean, everybody liked them, but after the accident to Arthur, Clarence started to drink. Fred, well, you know what happened to him, right? Have you?
I
You're
heard
asking all these questions. You must know.
he's working in the meat factory, right?
Yeah, but not only that, he lost an arm in the accident.
Oh, in the same
So
accident?
yeah, same accident, and after that, he wasn't the same anymore.
Hmm. And have you heard about the kidnappings around town?
Yeah, everybody has heard about them. Yes.
And what do you know about those big heads gang?
I think that some workers are unhappy about the factory conditions and they are trying to um, make sure that the factories won't work properly anymore.
By attacking the other workers instead of making sure that the machines don't work?
Well, for what I understood, they are taking away the best people, so it might be that they're trying to damage the chain of command or something like that.
I see. And if I were to try to join them, would you have a way to contact them?
Who, the pig's head?
Yes.
No, I honestly try not to get involved with that kind of stuff. But if I have to be honest, well, you can see that she's kind of unsure if she she should say something or not.
I will take
Um,
out my bag of coins and just wiggle it in front of her.
say it again. What will you do?
I'll take out my bag of coins because I have
Oh, the bag of
lots
coins.
of
Okay,
coins. Yeah,
all right.
and
Um,
I'll just show it to her.
oh, is that the payment you were talking about? I thought you meant something completely different.
No, I'm talking about money, but
Real
if
money.
you are more
Wow.
interested, I also have some products that you could use for your own entertainment.
Well, I'll take your money in exchange of this. I think that Clarence has a secret that he doesn't want to tell me. He hasn't been the same in a while, and I haven't been able to make him confess, but he might know something about this whole thing that is happening.
Very well. Thank you for your time, my dear. You can keep the bag. I'll throw her the bag of coins.
Well, she accepts it very gladly and sits on the bed and looks at it, probably thinking that, well, maybe now she doesn't have to work here that much anymore for a while. Very well. We go back to the street. You guys have been hanging around there for a little time. Bluebird comes out. He doesn't
Oh,
seem really ruffled up.
wow, for a guy, you really know how to dress, especially after that kind of scenario.
When Bluebeard comes back, Sun Wukong is juggling a bunch of pebbles. He's bored.
Eh, don't worry, we're all bored.
Well, my friends, this was a very worthy investment. I think we should keep going, but there clearly is something with Clarence, the third brother. I think we should go talk to him after we've talked with Fred. It seems that Fred has lost an arm in the same accident that Arthur died, so probably we could ask more about the accident in itself. And she didn't have any idea about who the pigheads are.
I nod solemnly.
Let us. I throw away the pebbles. Let us go find this human then.
If he is such an alcoholic, one would say that he probably smells quite heavily of alcohol. I look to the woman of the woods. Do you think you could smell him?
Um, maybe. I mean, like
I mean,
it'll be a terrible stench, but maybe I can find it.
wouldn't it be wise to just check the taverns while we're here,
He might just be drunk in a ditch somewhere.
or sitting at a bar on a stool? Might
I
That's what
was
the
also
barflies
told
do
that
at home.
he does come back to the brothel regularly to try and have a relationship there, even though he is denied.
Hmm.
But I think the easiest way for now is just to go to Fred and see what he knows.
All right, so we have two different options here, possibly more. I need one decision.
Are there many bars along the way to the mine?
To the mine. Sure.
The
There's
meat factory is what you mean.
Yes, wherever Fred works. I'm so sorry.
Fred's the meat factory.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. You can see some pubs. They are packed with workers that probably are done with their turn, and they are just going there to get drunk.
But are there many, or just like one
Yeah,
or two?
there's, I don't know, like just on the street where you are, there must be three.
Three. Okay. Just gonna say, while we're on the way to the meatpacking, we could check those three. Just pop in and ask if anyone knows Clarence. We could just ask. It doesn't hurt on the way to those three.
Other
were
than
also
other
told-
than the bars, Tommaso, you mentioned somewhere else that Clarence
Yes,
could be found.
it's the orchard, right?
The orchard.
Yeah, Grid mentioned an orchard.
But we don't see that anywhere, right?
No, it's not within sight. It's all around you is just concrete and bricks and mud and just black smoke.
It just seems easier to me to go to Fred first.
Okay, do you want to split or
I think we should. The majority of the party should go to Fred, or maybe I wonder.
Maybe
If
Fred will
anyone-
know where his brother is.
Guys, I think you need to pick one thing and make it the right thing.
All right.
It's like in life. It
I
doesn't matter what you
I
pick.
believe that we should focus on Clarence as he's the one that's drunk and has the secret.
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
then.
I guess so. So pretty much me, Mr. Monkey, and Bluebeard here will go to Clarence while
No, I'm definitely for Clarence. He's in a bar. I love bars. That's my bread and butter right there.
all right. So me,
I would rather
me
go
little
to the. Sorry.
little Miss Negotiator, and Bluebeard will go to Clarence, while pretty much Mr. Monkey and Shadow Man will go to Fred.
I was
Are we
all the
all
way always for Clarence to begin with.
Okay, so I'm confused.
So is everyone? Are we all going to
The,
Clarence?
the issue here is Bluebeard wants to go to Fred.
No, it's fine. If you want to go
Bye-bye.
to Clarence, I'll
The
follow.
Woman of the Wood and Marina want to go to Clarence. Sun Wukong will only go to whoever he thinks.
Okay, so let's do like this. Barba Blue just took the lead for talking with Emma, so the others decide what to do now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Naze. I think it's
That
your
sounds
turn to. Okay, I want to hear from Marina. Marina is
Marina's on mute.
yeah. Also,
Um,
she's in the middle of a storm, so she probably gets the first pick.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. I'm all for bars. Bars are full of people who like to negotiate, and full of oftentimes either really ugly people or really pretty people. So I'm all about that.
Okay. So do you
Besides,
want to lead?
secrets are awesome.
Okay. All right. So on the way to the meat factory, you stop at the first pub. It's the entrance is made of wood painted with faint green that is coming away, is peeling away. The lights inside are this kind of warm yellow that is typical in some English pubs. The smell, as soon as you open, the smell and the noise kind of come as a wave. The workers inside are very loud, but as soon as you enter, the party stops, so to say, in a way that they turn toward you. You all look very weird. It's like, what is this? Oi, look at them. They're talking at someone in the group, not anyone specific.
Me?
Sure, woman.
I just look around. It's like look daintily, like me, like point to myself.
Who are you? What do you want?
Well, I would like. Well, we are wealthy travelers looking for Clarence. Looking
Clarence?
for a man known as Clarence. Yes.
Clarence Brown?
Yes, Clarence Brown. You know,
Oh yeah,
youngest
everybody
of
knows him.
the Brown families. I look around.
Yeah. And what do you want from Clarence? Who's asking?
Oh well, you see, basically, there's been we've been hearing riots have been happening, and we're here to figure that out. We're on no.
Riots, huh? Hey, is that the mark of greed that I see on you? And he points at Marina.
Oh, this. Yes, that would be what this is. Yes.
So you're working for Mr. Greed, huh?
What?
I'm not for him.
We were
We are
we
here
were contracted by them,
Hey,
but
they're
we're not
working
fully
for Mr.
working.
Greed. Our friends
Pardon.
here are working for Mr. Greed.
Pardon.
Hey.
Son-
Pardon.
I just pretty much can I like knock him out or something?
What?
Sun
can, but
Wukong
they're a
would
lot.
like to.
I don't think we need. To
I would
knock him out.
also like to try and knock him out with my staff.
Well, I just don't want to gauge into like some sort of giant bar fight. As much as fun as that sounds, I just don't want to engage into that.
Before anybody continues, Baba had moved into like a shadowy corner of the pub, and watching this interaction gaining momentum, I would like to use my dark ego to it shows my true nature and intimidates everybody in the room, basically. Just I would like to use that to make them all shut up and be terrified.
Just just a second. I noticed something that I need to mention to Alberto. Okay, so you use your dark ego, yeah?
Yes, and in this case, I'm literally just doing it to terrify everyone into silence, and then say in my deep booming voice, "We are neither for nor against greed. We are for truth. If you wish to pursue truth and see it taken care of, you will help us."
Okay, as soon as you disappear inside a shadow and then reappear from another, that's what you're doing, right?
Well, I was just standing in the shadow. It said that in order to activate it, I had to, yeah. Oh, I guess I misunderstood. Enter or leave a shadow. Okay. Yeah. I basically move into a shadow and then move across the room so that I get the best vantage point of the room in
Yeah.
which to.
Okay. Okay. Well, as soon as you do that, everybody is like, like they're silent for a moment, then they erupt in this kind of gasp, and they are like, "What the hell did we just see?" And you see that they are kind of retracting, like as they were looking menacing a bit the moment they saw the mark of greed, but you see that they're afraid now. Who are
Should I
you?
go around
Gracious.
and just start
Look what
clapping?
you guys did. You made that happen. Look, panic.
We as we were saying, we're not we're contracted by greed, yes, but we are not part of him. We are, how you say, we're concerned about everyone, but not as concerned as greed is. We're not just
We are
pretty
a
much
third party here to find the truth. Do you wish to help us?
yes, as the Shadow Man says, we are third party.
Okay. Well, you see a man standing up from a table. It's like, "Oi, I am Clarence Brown. What do you want?"
Oh,
Well, you
it's
can
so
see
nice to
that
meet
he's really intoxicated.
Oh, sweetie, you need a cold shower. Bless your
Well,
heart.
can you help with that, sweetie?
Oh, I'm sure I can help you with a cold
you
shower.
you just opened a can of words that you do not want to.
Being like that
Really?
sea witch, probably
Are
yes.
you looking for some help? Because I'm sure we could make an arrangement.
I wait. Is he putting a hand on her or?
No, no, it's not. It's not this. Keeping his
Actually,
distance.
there's actually
Where is
almost a whole room
Clarence?
between
Where's
us,
Clarence
actually.
really in
Well,
relation
basically,
to
he's coming from a side of the pub that was protected by the wall of men, but they open up, and he's coming from there, and he's maybe a couple of meters from you, which in feet is, I don't know, 9. I'm just improvising because I don't know.
9 feet from us?
Yeah, I don't really know how long is a feet. it's, a,
Okay.
it's a feet
Uh,
like this, something like this.
Marina does not feel threatened at all. In fact, if you're looking at her, she seems to have a very acquisitive, like, sheen to her eyes. Like, oh, this could be fun. Not like fighting, like the same one that she had when she gave the cigar.
but
You
seeing
may
that there's still like a wall of men, right? Like looking a little menacing at us.
Tomso?
Hello.
Sorry, was that a question for me?
Yeah.
Yes, there's still a wall of men, right? Like looking a little menacing.
Yeah, they're on the side. They're on the side, yeah.
I'm going to, just for fun, I'm going to, since I am a monkey king, I'm able to perform athletic feats unthinkable for a mere mortal. But I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. I'm just gonna
okay.
stand a little bit in between Marina and Clarence,
Oh.
getting ready because I still don't trust these people.
I
I
would do
hardly
the
trust
same, but I would
NPCs.
be a little bit more precautious than Wukong. I'm just ready to attack.
Well, you wanted to talk with me. What do you want to ask me?
Well, it's about your family.
My
Basically,
family.
you yes.
What
Yes.
about my family?
Well, there's been riots around, and I well, we just want to know what really happened down with Greed. What really happened?
What really happened is that my brothers had to sold out. That's what happened. And I didn't want to do that, so I resigned. I prefer to spend my day doing nothing, drinking, having fun, fucking. That's what I do.
Oh, lovely.
Talking about that shower. And he looks at you, Marina.
I
How
just
about
grab
that?
I just grab his hand and then just try to I squeeze it with like very no well no I grab the table and just squeeze it with just like a tad of my strength, just like breaking a bit piece off.
So his wrist.
Well, not
No,
I
the
really
table.
the table.
At the table. Okay, yeah. All right. Oh, this one has an attitude.
Yes, and I have strength. I can make a
Stun.
strangle into a decapitation. I can strangle you into decapitation.
But we don't
Why?
want to do
Why are
that.
you?
We
What? Like
we
I
don't want
don't
to do
even
that.
know you. You
No,
are threatening me or
look, sweet,
strangling me
darling,
or
darling, sweet.
decapitating me. Who are you? What do you want?
No,
Like what have I done
sweet,
to you?
darling.
Hmm?
Look, I think we got up on the wrong foot. Look, obviously
Well,
there's something like shady, stinky going on with Greed here, right? It seems like he got this business maybe. I think he did some shady negotiations. As a queen of shady negotiations, I feel like I know a thing or two about this. Um, what happened with your brother? I understand he's no longer with us. Is that correct? Maybe we should have a seat over there without everybody watching
um,
us.
Are we sitting in a booth right now?
We're sitting in the middle of the bar.
no, you're not sitting anywhere. You're still standing in the
Oh, okay,
in
okay.
front
I
of
thought we were in a
the
booth.
Yeah.
in front
Why
of the
don't we have
bar.
a seat? Why don't we have a drink? We'll get you a drink. A Coke, maybe? Just a Coke. No wrong.
Very
Uh,
well. Buy me a
I don't
drink.
think
Buy me
Cokes.
a drink, and I'll see what I can do.
I don't think Cokes were in the 17th century. That
They
was
are
18.
now.
They are now.
We don't
canon
These
care.
now.
are really
I don't.
bags
I
of
don't know
Cuban
what
cigars. Let's just
a
whatever.
sarsaparilla. I don't know what there would be.
It's the
Water.
Cigars actually
I
good,
would do
but
water.
It is the
I would
18th
say
century,
water.
but no one from that age is alive to tell us what was there or not. So we don't care.
Besides, Coke was American product.
Yeah, there's no Coke. There's probably gonna be ale in England, but
Well,
they're
I
gonna
mean,
serve
like maybe
it.
water.
Maybe mead. I
you,
don't know.
you definitely don't need any more
1767 is when
adult.
soda was invented.
Yeah, but they didn't have it in England. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was European actually.
Really? Okay. I thought it was.
Yes.
British.
No,
Could be alcoholic. Maybe
no.
they
So
could.
water. You're right. We should just have water. We'll all have water. Maybe
Yes.
sober
Water.
up a little bit. A little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 10 minutes of my time. Then I have something to do. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. You have something to do. Absolutely. I'm sure you have a pressing schedule.
And make sure
Okay. So he sits down at the table. He seems pretty uncomfortable, still half drunk. He's looking at the glass of water. He's like,
You should
Oh.
drink that. That's what it's for. And so tell us what happened to your brother and your other brother.
which one?
Both of them.
Well, they were working at the mine. Um, there's been some rumblings from the ground. The scaffolding cracked. My brother Fred got out. His arm got caught. He lost it. They had to cut it to get him out. My brother Arthur stayed behind. That's pretty much it.
So basically, you're saying that your brother stayed behind to get his arm cut off to free him. Is that right?
No, what I meant is that he stayed under the rubble. So, like he means that he's dead under the rubble.
So
How
Did
soon
anyone
did this
see that
collapse
Arthur
happen
was good?
after the sale?
Sorry, because you were talking over each other. I'm not sure I understood.
You go, Marina.
I'm so sorry. How soon did the sale happen before the collapse and the death of your brother?
Okay, he thinks about it. There's been some years in between. It's not just after.
Not just after, but then conditions were really bad. Did your brother, was he raising a fuss about the conditions?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't understand.
Was he bringing attention to the conditions in the mines and
okay.
the factories?
Not really. My brother just was really sour about the whole thing. How people even decided to go for greed because he was bringing in more reliable income. I mean, you know how it goes. People can make you bitter, and he wasn't really denouncing anything. Everybody knows it's shit. The conditions are shit. The salary is shit. But it's either this or unemployment, and I decided to be unemployed. Well, unemployed is not. That's not exactly what I do, but anyway.
Because we heard tell you might have a secret.
Well, don't you have a secret?
Oh, I have so many secrets.
Yeah, there you go.
But my secrets won't bring down Mr. Greed. Yours might bring down Mr. Greed.
Well, then they should stay secrets, right?
well. Let's think about this. We can. Whatchamacallit, we could just share some secrets. I mean, it's just us. And besides, we're teammates. We should know one another. So I'm pretty sure we would all not be so offended. I'm just talking to Marina and Sun Wukong and Baba here. Is Bluebeard
Well,
here
this
too?
conversation.
I'm here.
This conversation is over. I think these are the 10 minutes
Hold on.
I can
Place
get.
my
Hold
hands.
up.
I place my hands on his shoulders and force him down on the chair.
Mr. Clarence.
Please. I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to get forceful by this. Can we please talk about this? Can we please talk about this so nicely? We don't want any bloodshed or any wars to spout from this. Everyone is very, very concerned about this.
Maybe I could try to show you one secret I learned here. Have you ever talked to Mr. Greed in person?
Yeah, at the time of the takeover.
Well, he showed me a very interesting trick. Look me in the eyes, my dear Clarence. I
don't like this. Like he takes the hand.
Okay,
and
yeah. I think it's
Very-
better to just tell than show.
forcefully.
I mean, I get show and tell. Show, not tell, but I think this is more of a pretty much vice versa kind of thing.
I wanted to use the gift of Mr. Greed.
Yeah, I understood that.
I
Yeah.
know, but it just felt a little more forceful than usual.
Okay, so I give you the opportunity to use it, and then it's his turn. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Let me. So, what are you trying to do here exactly?
So I'll spend one soma to replicate Mr. Greed's ability, and I'll go for the secret again. He has to share a secret with us.
Okay, what you see is that the moment is pushing away like he starts to get agitated. The moment he pushes away the hand, you see that there's a couple of workers that are coming towards the table, like you see with the corner of your eye. And Clarence, you can see the flesh of Clarence that starts um, to move, like he has something under his flesh. And you can see the hand that he used to remove the end of who was Song Kong or the woman from the wood, I don't remember. You can see that hand that starts to grow, like it would expand. And for a second, all of you can see that his face, his neck, also starts to bubble and kind of enlarge. And you have this slight impression that you hear him hoink for a second.
You mean snort?
Snort. Is that the name of the noise?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oinking?
It's called snorting.
Snorting. Okay.
Yeah,
so he
snorting.
snorts. He snorts, and immediately after you notice this, the two workers are next to the table. For a microsecond, you pay attention to what they're actually doing, and they're not doing anything. They're just standing there. And the moment you turn back, the car is gone, completely gone. It's like he used the opportunity of them being in between you and in between the line of sight between you and him. Just it's actually in addition to the ones you have, so it's not
Sweet.
swapping. Yeah,
I still have my sea magic. Yay!
that was my bad. Just because we've been discussing various options and I didn't remember which one was the final. Anyway, okay.
Just a
So if
bonus
we're all here, we're seeing beautiful ceiling of Marina's house. Don't worry, we love it. It's great.
Marina ceiling.
You can leave it on. Okay, so what now?
I mean, is there anyone left in the bar?
Is anyone coming towards us?
No, the workers are just there. They lean over the table and say, they say, "Do you want another drink?" It's
I'm
an
gonna
us.
run out. I'm gonna run outside
Okay, so you
and try and
kind of
see if I
start
can.
galloping over their head to jump outside.
Yeah.
You don't see anything on the streets. You don't see marks on the ground. You don't hear any squealing. It's gone. He's gone.
Well, he
Is there
just ran
is there a
out.
post? Is there somewhere high that I can climb?
One moment
of course.
before we continue. One moment. Tommaso, you still have it saying break back in a few minutes. Do you want to change that?
Yeah, that's a great point. Sorry. Think about it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, there's a you can basically climb on the building very easily with your skills.
Okay, I'm gonna climb.
what about-
I'm gonna climb the side of the building, and see
Uh,
from my elevated position if I spot
Uh,
anything curious.
What about my extreme strength and speed? Can I do anything to get up there? Using it to follow
Let me
Wukong?
I can take you if you ask.
Sure.
Okay, wait. Because
I asked.
need add Marine again. Okay.
I'll just hang behind
I
her
can-
back. Oh, hey, look!
I can carry you. Yep.
Yeah,
I did. I got
actually,
her picture in there, but this is. I won't move anything, and I should be good as long as I don't move. My phone.
Do I
should not
have
drop
to?
me.
Do you have to use my Monkey King gift for that?
Not really. I think just climbing the building for you, it's fairly easy. I don't think you need to use your
Uh,
gift here.
Marina, sorry, the woman of the wood is coming with me though.
But then, well, I would
well,
think that
maybe I'll actually. Now that I think about it, maybe I can just run around the entire city. Like I have super speed, so I can try to look for the guy.
let me check. You don't have super speed like a superhero would have super speed.
I put well. What it says, you receive one additional success on each position check that requires you to act with with force or speed.
Yeah, that's very different. It means that basically you're just better than normal to do fast things.
You're not
So it's
the Flash.
you don't have
That where you like get behind them and be like, "Sorry, this isn't personal, kid."
Yeah, sorry. I thought that at first. All right, I'll just hang with Wukong. Yeah.
All right.
So if I
So
want to take,
Wukong, like for you to climb, it's free. But if you bring somebody with you, then it's one soma. Are you gonna do that?
so yeah, I'll be using my Monkey King gift then, right? So the I'm stronger and faster than any human in my fighting prowesses and match. I can spend one soma to make an incredible jump. I can carry another person by loading them on my shoulder.
Oh, sorry. Because I didn't see that. Sorry, I have too many. Okay, but you have to spend one soma to do that. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So it's right. It's right. Yes.
Okay.
Who do
I'll
you take with
spend
you?
it.
Indian?
I'll take the woman of the wood.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you guys get to the top of the building. I guess you go to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're on the roof tiles. You can see Whitehaven from above. You're more or less. Well, no, you're not the same height as the mine. The mine is higher, but you can dominate the city in a way that you are as tall as some of the chimneys, and between the smoke, you can see the streets pretty well.
Okay. Let's see. What's well, we're walking on top. We're searching on top of the buildings, right? We're trying
Yeah,
to
we're
get a
on
good
the
look.
roof.
Do I see
You're still
anything?
on my shoulder.
Oh.
I have a question for Tommaso. Does the woman in the woods, she has like kind of heightened senses, and is it just strength and speed, or does she have like heightened eyesight as well?
I don't think I have heightened eyesight.
No, it's just force and speed or speed.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, the smell that we used in the beginning was kind of my addition. It's not really in the rules in her gifts, but I thought it made sense because of
Yeah.
what she does in her free time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say.
Bake?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm Hansel Gretel glitch. Of course I bake.
Also because she has this the scripture that says, "I am hopelessly attracted to those who have a particular physical feature that stimulates my appetite, such as good smell or velvety skin." In this
Oh,
case,
that's right. I could smell. I could try
Yeah,
to
yeah.
smell. Look for a pig smell. I could try to smell
The
for a pig.
hopelessly attracted thing, I feel like she would love bacon. Does that have any contribution? Like, does she hunt this bacon down?
well, she's attracted mostly to human flesh, so you don't know if that would apply. And
Technically,
He's
it's
human
flesh.
I mean, like it's
pig.
human pig man. It's a human pig man.
Extra delicious.
okay, but then her gift is mostly about when she inflicts an injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then she can inflict even more damage, and if she consumes the flesh, then she recovers wounds actually. So it's more about that. Yes, she has stronger than normal smell, but it's not like Garou. Garou can actually track people.
Okay.
But
I tried.
It's a bit different.
Thanks.
We're
Thanks.
we can just
Yeah.
look around. We have a vantage point here.
Yeah. Thank you, though. I appreciate your help.
You tried. I mean, it's my job to tell you no.
So I'm looking up at the woman in the wood who's still on my shoulder, and I say, "You see anything?"
I'm trying to, but no. The smoke's pretty. Do I see anything actually? Do I
What time
actually
of
see
day
any-
is it?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like afternoon, dinner time or something.
Yeah, it's afternoon definitely, because you spent some time with Greed, and then you went to the pub. You talked with Clarence. I would say that maybe middle of the afternoon at the very least. There's a light rain, that kind of annoying one that is not really rain, but it makes you wet, and it bothers you on the face.
Misting.
Yeah, kind of misting, yes. And well, the sky is getting darker and darker, not only because of the rain, but because it's actually becoming night. I mean, what you see is well, the city sprawls for long tracts, but at the borders of the city, you do see the orchard that Greed was mentioning. And
Yeah, that's right. Don't they hang out at an orchard?
well, that's what he mentioned. And then, well, in front of you, you have, of course, the mine. You can see the entrance. It's kind of very black on all sides, because probably, I don't know, like some of the ore and the coal. It's I don't know how mine works, so I'm gonna say something stupid.
When we see the orchard, I get a little bit excited and I start pointing it out as well.
Oh. You don't have to. You don't have to coo, but yeah, you're right. Let's go. Let's get to the orchard. I yell down, everybody. Hey, everybody, take this direction to the orchid.
Orchard.
I think they went. I think they went this way.
Okay, I guess we'll go towards the orchard.
And I'm going to jump down.
And I'm.
And he's stuck
still on your
there.
back. And I'm still on your back, right?
Yeah, you're still on my shoulder. You don't. I'm not gonna leave you there. Maybe.
Aw, you're a nice little monkey.
Okay.
Very big monkey.
Right. So,
Monkey.
well, no, actually, I think you can even jump from the top, because, well.
Yeah, I can jump from it and I don't suffer any dangers of a fall.
Okay. So you jump on the ground with it's kind of a great feat of athletics. The woman from the wood dismount you completely unscattered. Is that a word?
Unscathed.
Unscathed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you know the direction of the orchard now. Bluebird, you're still of the idea of following them? So you're forgetting about the meat packing factory for now, correct?
I mean, it just turned into a pig, so yeah.
Okay. All right. You start working in that direction. It takes you a while to get out of the city. Let's say that, I don't know, maybe you spend 1 hour walking more or less in that direction. But then after a while, you start seeing the buildings getting a bit more sparse. And you have the feeling that before the advent of greed, this orchard and surrounding fields were probably the main source of income from most of the inhabitants of the city. So clearly here there's been this kind of industrialization process that in the process itself kind of crushed some of the existing traditional way of for people to survive and work. Um, and you can see that the orchard itself looks pretty. It looks like abandoned. It looks like nobody has been really taking care of it. The grass is tall. The trees are
Rotting.
yeah. There are some apples on the ground. They're abandoned there, full of worms and maggots, and there are flies flying around them. Um, yeah, it's pretty big to be honest. And what do you do?
Um, which, what should we do?
If flavor wise, I am a monkey who has been in the city for so long. I haven't seen trees and grass. So I'm very excited and I start rolling around the grass and climbing the trees, whatever tree seems sturdy.
How do the apples look?
Well,
Is it
I
moldy
think
and like rotten?
yeah, they're getting out of season. Now, if you ask me what is the season for apples, I would need to check it
We're
because
about in the
Fall.
season for apples. That's why this is like
Fall.
apple spice season.
okay. Luckily, Marina helps us telling that the official season for apples is fall. I wouldn't know that because I get them all year round, so I'm not sure. But that's the amazing thing about globalization. But anyway, um, so I would say that maybe you're going towards winter, and right now there are very few apples still on the trees. Most of them are on the ground, or there are even some buckets collecting the apples, but they are rotting inside there. Yeah.
All right, then I grab one apple and then I chuck it with all my strength. Maybe I can try to hit something.
Well, okay, the apple flies in the air and falls in the middle of the field. But this thing
Probably
that you did,
explodes.
this thing that made no sense at all, anyway, points the eyes of the other hunters towards something that looks like a little, like a tool shed or something like that.
Um, any chance that something's in there?
Yes, and I start walking over towards the tool shed.
Well, you get there pretty quickly. It's a very small one. The interesting thing is not the tools inside. There are some tools that are a bit rusty, but they seem functional. What is more interesting is that there is a sign in front of it, and it says "Gift from the Brown family."
Yeah, they're definitely in here. And
Is there any sign of someone going through the shed recently or anything like that?
You would say
Does it
that
look
well,
equally? Sorry.
the tools are not unusable, so maybe somebody has been using them lately.
Does it still have the same dust and disrepair inside?
The same as what?
Oh, like you said that the trees and the buckets and everything show complete and utter disrepair, like nobody's cared. But does the inside of the shack show that same lack of care, like the
Yes, but
rain?
it's not like abandoned by from 10 years. It's more like somebody hasn't been taking care of the field for some months, maybe.
And is the sign in front of the shed, is it clean or is it just the same dusty and forgotten?
Well, it's ruined by the weather, but overall, it's not. It doesn't look like from 100 years ago. That's what I mean.
Do you want to actually check inside there, or should we wait?
We did look. He said we found tools.
Oh yeah. Anything else we can?
Well, the orchard is pretty big, so there might be something else if you carry on.
Throw another apple.
All right.
Can we start wandering
I just grab it.
around?
I just get to another tree. Oh, I got something better. I just pick up the literal tree and just throw it.
You throw the tree.
This better not be the tree that I'm on.
Oh no! It's a different tree. Don't worry.
Okay, you see all the woman from the wood is raging in the orchard, and you are not sure why she's throwing stuff around. Like
I'm like sitting on top of a tree, scratching my head, like whoo, 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 what?
She's inflicting damage on an orchard that is already kind of not in the best condition.
Where does it land?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
actually
okay.
kind of curious. Where does it land?
Well, it
It
lands
worked
pretty
for
close.
us once.
It lands pretty close because she's throwing a tree. But
Well, I mean, like I have like strength.
While she's destroying the orchard, I'll just go to Sen Wukong and say, "My dear friend, is there anything you can see from the tree? Any point of interest?"
I tilt my head down at Bluebeard, and then I start looking around. Do I see anything?
all right, yeah, in the opposite direction from the tool shed, you can see there's something with hay roof.
I point it out to Bluebeard.
Okay, maybe we should go this way then.
You cannot really see it from the ground, but she's pointing in. Sun Wukong is pointing in that direction.
Well, if you're done destroying the orchard, maybe we can go and
Is
see what there is in there.
Wait.
Are the
I actually want to bring a souvenir with me, and I take another tree and I just carry it. I'm kidding about that last
Are the
one.
distances of the trees enough for me to jump between trees?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
As
Okay,
Heading for
then
the direction of
you're
the-
much faster than the others doing that way.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
definitely
encourage-
swinging.
I encourage Happy, pick up some of those rotten apples. You can use your ability with how disgusting and broken down they are.
Oh yeah, that's right. Can I
I mean, you have an entire
grab
tree of
one
them,
and use-
apparently.
You can put them in your bag or something.
Yeah, I'll just make it like. I'll just make it like a small little cupcake or whatever. I'll use one soma to make it into a cupcake.
I would suggest you that you use it when you need it. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
have delicious cupcakes that maybe you are not going to use.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I just grab an apple and just put it in my pocket.
Yeah, just they're not gonna. I mean, they're already gone bad, so they cannot get worse. So I think you're gonna be fine. All right. So Sun Wukong darts in the direction of the thing he saw. Bluebird is following, and you guys at some point see some commotion, so you also go in that direction. What you find is it's a bigger shed. It looks like a little house with the roof made of
Straw?
hay, made of straw, yeah.
Yeah.
And the walls are kind of awkwardly put together by somebody who either didn't know what to do or wasn't very good at it. And the door is it's open, and there's nobody inside. Yeah.
Maybe we can. Is there like another door or something?
No, there's a single door. When you enter, you see that the ground, like the floor, is made of. It's actually I don't know
Wood?
what's the term, but it's just made of mud. It's like this pressed
Packed.
mud.
Soil.
Packed mud.
Dirt floor, is that the right
Yeah,
way?
It's
dirt
dirt
floor.
floor.
Dirt
Dirt
floor.
floor.
Okay. So it's dirt floor. There's a wooden table. You can see some stuff attached to the walls. Very little else. A couple of flagons of wine. Uh, almost all empty.
Guess we found Clarence's house. Points
Hmm.
at the wine that's empty.
Damn, bitch, you live like this?
Let's
Does
start.
it seem like Clarence was here recently, or is it?
Yeah, you would say so. You smell the wine. It's not the best possible wine, but it's also not become vinegar.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So what are we doing? Are we waiting for him to come back here, or are we trying to go somewhere else?
I'm just gonna look around to see if there's anything useful, like go through drawers, stuff like that, dig around if there's a mattress.
Okay, so yeah, actually, he doesn't really have a mattress. He has this kind of straw bed, but under the straw pillow,
That's why
I
I'm
guess.
digging around in it.
Yeah. Well, you find an old rusty key um, in there, and it has a little label, and it says meat factory.
I I offer it to the to Verdot and be like, for your keys.
Yes, I'll add it to my collection.
Well, I guess you're very happy to get an extra key.
One
And
more
another thing
key.
you see, another thing you find in one of the drawers, there's a map, and it's a map of the mines. It's really sketched. It's not really detailed, but in one room there's something that catches your eye, and it says "well."
Hmm. Did anyone ever happen to know if we passed a well or something? Seems like
Hey,
seems like
Clarence! Clarence, are you there? You can hear some voices from outside. Clarence, we might have troubles in the town.
uh
I walk out and I stare at them impassively.
hmm.
Yes.
I'm looking at everyone for any sort of order.
I already walked outside. You can follow me if you want.
All right.
Just give me a second.
And I will ask, what is the trouble?
Well, you see that there's five of them. And wait, because I can't find them. Yeah. Um,
When you get there, note that I will use my eye of the judge to kind of get the breakdown of who they are and everything like that.
well, you see that there are sturdy men from the town. They look all pretty big and bulky. They seem to come from different factories. One of them has this butcher vest. You know,
Apron.
you want to
A butcher's apron.
apron, exactly. Another one seems to come from an assembly line. A couple of them have their clothes are stained in black, like they are coming from the mine. Um, they look at you and um, they realize something is wrong, and immediately you can see that they take a threatening stance. Where is Clarence? Who are you?
What?
Is there?
I can I interject, please? Please, I would love to interject. You see, we are welcoming travelers, and we are trying to figure out what's wrong with this city.
You have no
can't say
business
where
here. Get away immediately.
yes, I get it, but how can I what can I use to prove to these guys that I'm travelers? I take another tree and I lift it up.
Oh God.
And I just
I mean, I have
do
the perfect way to say that I belong here in this exact house.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh yes, do it.
Yeah. I walk up and I show that my badge of greed.
Oh no.
I have the right to be anywhere in this town that I would like.
Oh no.
Perfect.
No. Before they can act, I actually if they go to move, I'll stop them.
That didn't work last time. Why would it work again?
Wait, guys. Wait, because too many people are talking. So, Marina, you show them the market grid.
I do.
Okay.
No.
But if they go to move,
well, you show it.
Before they move, I said before they move, I won't move to stop them from moving, not attacking, just moving.
You stop them from moving.
Yes.
Okay, but then you need to, because you can't do two things at the same time unless you're using a gift. So you either show them the mark or you're stopping them.
I showed them the mark because I believe I was wearing it earlier, so I just had it on. So I show it to them, and if they go to move, then I'll use my gift to hold them back.
Okay, so this is how things are happening. You show the mark, they immediately get enraged. It's like, you have no business here. And when they're saying that, you can see that they start changing. They get bigger. Their arms get larger. Their face.
I think we found the kidnap.
Start deforming. Start deforming. And they all become like giant, very bulky human pigs.
I think we found the kidnappees.
When they change, I step back into the shadows of the cabin that we're in and use my dark ego ability, which it doesn't say, like, it's like once per scene, I think. I'm trying to see. It doesn't actually say.
No, because you have the tokens. So when the tokens run out, that's it.
There's no tokens. It just says during a scene you can reach.
Sorry, I thought it was Marina talking. Sorry.
Okay, so I step back into the shadows. I use my dark ego, and then I move from the shadow of the cabin into their individual shadow, loom up behind them, and like loom over them because I am a very large man, and I just grab one shoulder, the one that I'm in his shadow, and I grab his shoulders and I go, "You will not fight right now."
Okay, so everybody gets to act once, okay? But we will do it this way. You act once, they act once. You act once, they act once. That's how it works. Bye-bye, you can go. Marina showed the mark. They turned into something else. Actually, I should define more or less what happens to each of them because they can change in different things. So let's define what happens. So I'll let you know. The first one, his arms are actually changing as well, and they become these kind of long, meaty tentacles that are about 9 feet long. I haven't checked how long is a feet, but I'm
tentacles.
Tentacle arms.
Yeah. Okay. so we have tentacle guy.
Okay.
Then the second one, it's faster and can act a couple of times in a row. The third one, okay, this one can squeal really, really hard, and it can give you a penalty to your checks. It means that you will do the check with one less base success. So this is what happens to him. The fourth one, it's stronger than normal. They're all different. That's nice. And the last one is another one that can squeal. So you have two squealers. Okay. All right. So bye-bye. Go. Let's go back to what you were doing, and then we check the others.
Okay.
So you are disappearing in in the shadows of the house, going back up behind them, right?
Yeah, in the forming out of their shadow. I'm picking the most central one. So you pick whoever that is, the person that's standing in the middle.
Okay, it's a squealer.
Okay. And I have like looming over, like I'm a couple, like at least a meter, maybe 2 meters taller. And my hands are engulfing his shoulders, and I am just saying, we will not fight.
So are you trying to convince him or what?
I'm trying to get everyone to be too scared to fight.
Okay. Yes, I think that basically their opposition level is 3, which means that if you can use one of your descriptor, you are already getting this outcome with a coast. So you can do it and have a coast, or you can either roll 1 dice or pay 1 soma to have an outcome, a standard outcome. That means there's no cost involved.
Okay, so what do I need to just get a regular success or a success with an increment?
Just an extra success, so you can decide how you obtain that.
Okay. I don't seem to have a whole lot of soma abilities, and I haven't needed the like a shadow ability once yet, so I'm gonna just use 2 soma to get that increment. I think it's worth the investment right now.
Okay, so you're also getting the increment. What is your increment?
I thought you picked the increment.
You can suggest something, and I can tell you yes or no, or I can suggest something.
Okay, well, my goal was to just frighten them out of reacting, because I'm trying to convince them that we're on their. I want them to stop talking and reacting long enough for us to explain we're on their side. So that's my general goal. And so, like, them being too frightened to like fight us is my primary objective, and maybe them deciding to go back to human form could be a secondary objective, or like maybe if you faint, those are a few options. I don't know.
Okay, well, actually, you succeed in the sense that they stop. There's a bit of squealing, but they're not using their gift. They're just afraid of what just happened. They stop for a moment, and you can see that they all go back to their human form, but they don't know what to do. They don't know if you're enemies or friends, and what's the deal with you?
If you listen, we will explain. Verdot, would you kindly?
What is?
I think Bluebird is just he's fixating them on them because he has just seen them transform into pigs too, and that's something he doesn't know how to do. And he really wants to know how to turn into a pig. So he's just gonna
Yeah,
walk up to one.
I actually have the same question. What's with the pig thing? What's with the whole pig thing? Is it like is it like pretty much your shapeshifters and you're using pigs as your thing, or it's just like you turn into pig monsters?
Verdu is not as light as this. He's just walking to one of them, taking his blade out and saying, How do you do it? Tell me now."
Sun Wukong is just gonna stand in front of Marina.
We are fighting for Whitehaven, and you're working for our jailer.
He brought us in. That doesn't mean
we will not
for
help you. We will not help you. Leave this town. Leave this battle to us.
Yeah. Well, if we leave this battle to us, a lot of people are going to get harmed. People that don't deserve this. Okay.
I give you one last chance. either you tell me how you turn into a pig, or I will gut you right now.
Verdo, back off.
As much as I want to gut people, as much as I want to taste pigmen, I've always wanted to taste pigmen in my life. Ever since I lost my memory, I always think, what does pigmen taste like? I get where you're coming from, but this is not the time or the place.
Yes, but I must know. I don't know how to do this, and I must learn it. Show me. Show me right now. Turn into a pig. How do you do it?
We are trying to show them we mean them no harm, and you're doing
the opposite.
Yeah, I have to play my descriptors, and there is one that says that I have a morbid attraction for what I don't know and what I have to learn at any cost. So.
Oh yeah, no, that you're playing. Yeah, I'm playing character.
We're doing character. We're in character.
Sun, silly people. Sun Wukong sighs and bodily pushes Bluebeard away from the pigmen, and then I look at them and say, "I have been caged like you before. I would like to help."
Then you should join our army. You should also eat the flesh of the god.
Yeah. So
I'm
that's
sorry.
what it is.
Did you just say eat the flesh of the god?
Did you?
Well, when this one says this, you can see that the other is looking at him like, "Shut up! Shut up!"
Is it? Which one is it?
Because
I'm still holding the shoulders of the one.
Sorry.
Which one is it? Because I'm still holding the shoulders of one of them, and I'm curious if it's my guy.
The one that is saying to the other to shut up is the stronger one.
But the one that was talking, the one that said the god thing.
Is it tentacle guy?
Is the
Squealer? Squealer. Okay.
Dang
okay,
if
it's my guy.
There's two squealers though.
There's two squealers, yeah.
I have one squealer. Is it my squealer?
It's your squealer.
Okay, I'm going to just very gently kind of pull him so that he kind of feels my body behind him, and it is like permeating cold. It's like it's like my body doesn't give off heat. It's like standing in a shadow, and I'm just like, show us the god.
Look, people, we're gonna get, you catch more flies with honey here. Why are we all just resorting to violence immediately? Yes, I'm wearing the badge. The badge gets us into doors, right? But do I want to go and sign another deal with another devil? I'm already with the papacy. I don't need any more devils holding any more of my soul. So let's free some people here. If there's a bargain, let's make one.
Yeah, I agree with Marina. We don't need this pig action right here. But I am very interested how it works. All right. Did you find this stuff in a mine, or did you just
definitely not eating the skin of a god? Not doing that.
I would very much like to see the god flesh.
Only Fred can give us the god's flesh.
And he's not here. He's at the
meat plant.
Yeah, he's at the plant. Huh?
He's at the plant, yes. He is packing the meals of all the workers of Mr. Greed.
Oh my god. Is he?
Oh, yeah. So you are to kidnap people. I told you these are the kidnapper.
Is he feeding
Greed
the
said you were kidnapped.
God? Oh, that's gross.
Wait,
it's not that gross. It's like he's pretty much packing steak. Is that a problem?
Unless he's feeding a god to the people against their will. No, that's not kosher. No. Mm-mm.
I'm pretty sure if it's a god, then he probably wants to. I mean, just thinking religiously, he does want. If he's a god,
the god may be okay. The people may not be okay with eating the god. They're just, it's getting slipped into their meat that they're eating.
Oh yeah.
It's a meat packing plant,
Then
it's gross.
Again,
it's gross.
Yeah, pretty much. Gross. This brings up some very questionable whatever.
sanitary items here, right?
Once
I mean,
again.
there's really force-fed religion here. No. Mm-mm.
Are we
Gross.
having this argument as
uh,
we were? Is this pig army watching this
I am
argument
just
happening?
Sun Wukong is just utterly confused and shaking his head and scratching at his head, looking at Marina and the woman of the wood, and then the pigmen, and just
Okay, the workers say,
Marina may have gone off of rant. I'm sorry. You may have to rein her in. I'm sorry.
if
Marina
you
may
really
have
are
gone
on our side, you should go talk to Frank. Fred,
Fred.
I don't know why I call him Frank. Frank is a better name. I need to do. Fred, you should really go talk to Fred. But if you betray us now, our vengeance will be
We
felt
promise we will not betray you. We just want to see
all over
the-
England. We want greed gone. You're either helping us with that or you are dead meat.
We are here for the truth, and that is all that we are here for.
I agree.
I make no promises. I only make agreements, and those have signatures. Sorry.
I just bump her.
You say that you're here for the truth. We can give you the truth if you kill Mr. Greed.
I don't make negotiations.
But the others
That's
do.
Marina.
You're screwing us over.
I said it's not me. I said it's Verdot or Marina. You guys cut me off.
I am not here to make a bargain either. I'm here to solve a problem. And right now the problem is the pigs kidnapping people. So unless they tell me why we shouldn't deal with them right now, I don't see why we shouldn't.
from the side. From the side, you can actually hear Sun Wukong muttering, "I miss Baba Yaga."
Oh, really?
No, Marina is saying I'm not making them a promise that I'm going to kill anyone at all. That was my promise. That's the only promise I was saying I wouldn't make. If that was a problem here.
Yeah.
As much as I want to
Eat flesh right now. I just don't want to fight.
I mean,
I don't
unless I,
wanna
have
fight
to,
a
I'll
pig
fight.
army.
If I have to.
You have to decide. Your next step will determine if we are enemies or friends. What will you do?
I would like to pursue this truth. I look at my companions, and I'm still like quasi hugging the little squealer to my chest. Hopefully, he's very uncomfortable with this. And I say, "Let us go. Let us see this Fred and see his truth."
I agree with Shadow Man. The Shadow Man's right. Let's go see this guy.
Yes, let's go see Fred.
Very
And
well.
If it all works out, we'll be able to try to get Greed off. Peg, we'll try to get Greed. We'll try to get your voices heard. Is what I'm trying to say, and pretty much, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, they say very well. Then we'll hold our guys, our boys, until we understand what you're doing exactly. But if you betray us, remember, there's many of us. And here it would be, I think, a great point where to pose the scenario for and close the first part. Depending on what you do next, we might have more or less the same length for the next one, or maybe even a bit shorter. It depends.
Oh.
So I don't think it's worth continuing now because it might be another 3 hours, and I don't have those right now.
Yeah.
So let's stop here. I think you discovered quite a bit of things, but there's still plenty. So I would like to thank you for taking part to the game. I hope you liked it. Whoever will see the game later on, hopefully likes it. And I will delete the parts in between that are not supposed to be seen. But thank you very much to, I don't know how to pronounce your nickname, Nasal Eternal.
Yeah, sure, that works.
Nasal Eternal. For being Bluebird. Then we have Snareful as Babai the Judge. We have Shenanigans as Marina. I had to think about it because it's not written there. Then Phoenix Wright as Sun Wukong and Happy as the woman from the woods. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the community. If you want to join us, please come to the community, the Discord community of the Word Anvil Publishing. There will be links somewhere around this episode. I will stop the streaming now. You guys don't do anything. We'll have a little chat afterwards. Thank you for whoever is following. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
See you guys.